What's going on today, guys? Alright, so today we're going to do a quick little review and comparison on this guy right here. This is the Mcfarlane DC Multiverse Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner. So here we have him in the box because he's got one of the larger Atrocitus pieces. He's got the little bit larger box than normal. And you see we got it there. He's got the little collect and build. On the side there we've got Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner, Blackest Night. We got our UPC right there. And then on the back, we do get a bit of comic book art in the form of Atrocitus, not really Kyle Rayner. It's not even a complete picture. That's fine, I guess, and shows you how to slap your character together, shows the other characters in the wave there. It's fine. Again, standard Mcfarlane packaging. So let's go ahead and crack this guy open and see what he looks like. Alright, so here we have him all set up. Let's go over his accessories here real quick. Again, as per usual, Mcfarlane, so our non-accessories. We've got the stand, and then we've got the card with the bio. Now, again, good thing, as I always say, I like it when we get a little bit of actual comic book art instead of just pictures of the figure. So this is cool. So if you do collect cards, I think this is probably one of the better ones. But as you notice, again, he's standing on his own. This is becoming a habit now with Mcfarlane, and I'm loving it here. He has the newer style ankles that not only look better, but just function better as well. So that's why we're not going to put him on the stand today. We also get this piece of Atrocitus here, as the one of the joints there just fell out. One of the butterfly joints there fell out of it. But we've got the torso for Atrocitus. And then of course we've got his lantern and his construct sword there. Alright, pretty cool. Probably won't pose him with any of these, but looks pretty cool all the same. Alright, so for the character himself, the only, just right off the bat, the only complaint I have is, and a lot of people have had this complaint, is the color of the green. It's a very light lime green. It really should be a deeper green. That being said, I mean, I'm still okay with it. It's fine. It's still a good looking figure. I like how we've got the nice texturing all over the suit there. Pretty good. Same thing all in the green. Everything's textured well. Good paint apps there on the logo. The face looks great. Hair sculpt looks good. Mask looks good. I like the white eyes behind there. I think everything's done really well here. In this particular situation, the diaper doesn't look as much like a diaper on this one, which is always nice, you know. And gloves look good. Boots look good. We've got the nice Green Lantern ring there. All in all, the sculpt looks really good. The paint's nice and clean. I think it's done well. And I like it. This is a good version of Kyle Rayner. The only way to make it better, really, would just be to darken the green a bit. As far as articulation goes, yeah, he can do the splits. You know, he's got the double jointed knees there, so he can almost, not quite, kick his own ass. Again, better ball swivel hinge ankles there. It's the newer style that Mcfarlane's gone to. I'm so glad that these figures are starting to all come out with these ankles. I hate the old ones, as does most people. Still got the ball hinge wrists there, but you know, whatever. The ankles were the more important part. Of course, we got double jointed arms where he can, if you give it a little push, he can touch his own shoulder. And yeah, we got the torso, standard Mcfarlane torso there, as far as the torso swivel, waist swivel, with that dumbbell joint slash diaphragm joint in there. So all in all, like, articulation is good. It's on point. It's exactly what you would expect from a Mcfarlane figure. The sculpt is amazing. Looks great. You know, it's simple, but it works. It works for a Green Lantern character. Their costume doesn't need to be overly complicated, and I really like it. I think they've done a really good job with this one. And now let's throw some comparisons up and see how he stacks up to some other characters. So here we're throwing him up against a couple of other lanterns. On the right, we have Hal Jordan, Parallax, and on the left, we've got Deathstorm, and this works perfectly. He's a little bit shorter than both these characters. Deathstorm's the tallest of the three. I think that works. I think this makes sense. I think these three look good together. If you're putting together a lantern display, this guy, Kyle Rayner, definitely going to be one you want to have. Alright, now we're throwing him up against a couple of Dark Knight Returns characters. We got Superman and Batman in his armor, fully decked out. I think we've got an appropriate size here. Superman and Batman should both be taller than Kyle Rayner. I think his work's great. And while I probably wouldn't put them on a display together if you wanted to, I think he looked pretty good. Alright, so now we're moving from DC Multiverse to Hasbro Marvel Legends, and we got him up here with another couple of cosmic characters from the Marvel Universe. We've got on the right, we got Nova, on the left, we've got Quasar, and obviously these are 6-inch scale figures, so they're going to look short compared to him. Don't really go in a display setting. I mean, I guess you could fudge it a bit if you wanted to throw together a cosmic display, but in general, yeah, McFarlane and Hasbro don't really mix very well. Alright, so real quick for a couple of imports here. On the right, we've got Age of Ultron Thor from Figma, and on the left, we've got the Goku Black Super Saiyan Rose from SH Figuarts. Again, not going to look good on a shelf together. Probably don't want to intermingle these. These figures are just way too short to look good next to a Kyle Rayner, but does give you an idea in case you're looking to pick up any DC Figma or SH Figuart characters. This kind of gives you an idea on whether or not those sizes are going to mix with your McFarlane collection. Alright, so now for a couple other random 7-inch scale figures. On the left, we've got ZD Toys Iron Man Mark 6, and on the right, we have McFarlane's Buzz Lightyear. He's not really 7-inch scale. I don't know. Everything McFarlane does is supposed to be 7-inch scale. Buzz is considerably shorter, but he's a cartoon character, so I guess that's fine. I guess he's technically still in the right scale. Yeah, I guess this could work. So the only thing left is to talk about the price, and as usual with McFarlane, this one is $20, $19.99 retail, and he shouldn't be too difficult to find. You should be able to find him pretty easily at Walmarts and Targets and things like that. Plus, if for whatever reason you can't find him locally, he's pretty much all across the board online, from Amazon to all the major toy shops like Big Bad Toy Store and Dorkside Toys and all that kind of stuff, and he's usually right around that $20 price range, so shouldn't be difficult at all to find him in stock somewhere for a really good price. So all in all, he's a great figure. The sculpt is great, the texturing is great, the paint apps are done really well. The only thing I can say somewhat negatively is I wish they had gone with a darker green, but either way, I'm okay with it. Everything looks really good on this figure. It's a nice, simple, clean, well-done figure. I really, really appreciate the newer ankle articulation, and I really, really hope that going forward, this is what McFarlane is going to be doing on all their figures from now on, period, because it's been needed for a long time, since the very beginning. He's had issues with ankle articulation, and it is just high time that that has finally gotten corrected, so I'm glad to have it. All in all, this one's a no-brainer, especially if, like me, you are a fan of the Green Lantern Corps and all the other different Lantern Corps, and you like the storylines, and you like the sci-fi space adventure aspect of it. Green Lantern and the Green Lantern Corps are some of my favorite DC comics, hands down. So, if you like it, this is a no-brainer. You got to have Kyle Rayner in your lineup on your shelf. He looks great, he goes well with all the other figures, and he's this mainstay of DC Comics nowadays. The only thing really I could say about whether or not he should or shouldn't have been made at this point, I mean, yeah, it would have been nice to get a Guy Gardner figure first, because he's an older character, been around longer, and quite honestly, he's my favorite Green Lantern, but I can put that away in the hopes that McFarlane is coming out with Guy Gardner soon enough. So for the meantime, I'll definitely take Kyle Rayner. It's a great figure. Definitely something you got to pick up.